I want to be very clear about something because this gets misunderstood a lot. Releasing control is not the same as being passive. It is not the same as letting people walk all over you. It is not the same as ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine when it is not. There is a huge difference between surrendering something to me and just being a doormat. Surrender says, God, I have done everything I know to do. I have said what you told me to say. I have set the boundaries I needed to set. I have taken the action you prompted me to take. And now I am trusting you with the outcome. I am trusting you to work in their heart. I am trusting you to fight this battle. I am trusting you to defend me. I am trusting you with the results. Being a doormat says, I am just going to let people treat me however they want and call it faith. I am going to let people abuse me and tell myself I am being spiritual. I am going to avoid conflict at all costs because I am afraid of what will happen if I stand up for myself. I am going to ignore red flags and make excuses for bad behavior and pretend like everything is fine because I do not want to rock the boat. That is not faith. That is fear. That is avoiding conflict because you are afraid of what will happen if you speak up, if you set a limit, if you say no, if you walk away. I did not call you to be a doormat. I called you to be my child, and my children have dignity. They are made in my image. They are valuable. They are worth protecting. They are worth defending. They have worth. They have value that cannot be taken away by someone else's opinion or someone else's treatment. They have a voice. They have the right to use it. They have the right to say no. They have the right to say, this is not okay with me. They have the right to set boundaries that protect their peace and their mental health and their emotional well-being. They have the right to walk away from relationships that are toxic, that are damaging them, that are pulling them away from me instead of pushing them toward me. They have the right to protect their peace, not in a selfish way, not in a way that says, I do not care about anyone but myself, but in a healthy way that recognizes, I cannot pour from an empty cup. I cannot help others if I am destroyed. I cannot be who you have called me to be if I am allowing myself to be torn apart by people who do not have my best interests at heart. They have the right to remove themselves from environments that are damaging to their soul, that are toxic to their spirit, that are crushing their joy and stealing their peace and making them feel like they are drowning. Surrendering to me does not mean letting people abuse you. It means you handle the situation with wisdom and strength and grace. It means you speak the truth in love. It means you set a boundary and enforce it. It means you do what I show you to do, whether that's having a hard conversation or walking away or staying and fighting or forgiving and letting go. And then you trust me with the results. You trust me to defend you when you are falsely accused. You trust me to restore what was stolen from you. You trust me to repay you for what was taken. You trust me to fight battles that are too big for you to fight on your own. You have been fighting battles I never asked you to fight. You have been arguing with people I told you to walk away from. People who have already made up their minds about you, and nothing you say is going to change it. You have been losing sleep over what someone said about you, replaying their words, trying to figure out how to respond, trying to craft the perfect comeback when I already know the truth about you, and that is all that matters. You have been exhausting yourself trying to prove your worth to people who will never see it because they are determined to misunderstand you, because it serves their narrative to paint you as the villain, Because admitting you are right would mean admitting they are wrong, and they are not ready to do that. And I am telling you to stop. Stop fighting battles I have not assigned to you. Stop defending yourself to people I have not sent. Stop trying to change the minds of people who have already decided what they think about you. Let it go. Let me fight for you. Let me vindicate you. Let me silence the voices that have been speaking against you. Let me be your defender while you rest. Do you remember when Moses stood at the Red Sea with the Egyptian army closing in behind him and the water stretching out in front of him and nowhere to go? The people he was leading, the people he had sacrificed everything to help, the people he had left his comfortable life in the palace to rescue, they were panicking. They were not encouraging him. They were not supporting him. They were angry at Moses for leading them into what looked like certain death. They were yelling at him, accusing him, blaming him, telling him it would have been better to stay in slavery in Egypt than to die in the wilderness. And Moses could have tried to defend himself. He could have argued with them. He could have reminded them of all the miracles they had already seen, all the ways I had already provided, all the reasons they should trust him and trust me. He could have tried to explain his strategy or justify his leadership or prove that he knew what he was doing, but he did not. Instead, he turned to them and said something that echoes through history. He said, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." And then he turned to me and waited, and I parted the sea. That is what I am saying to you right now. I will fight for you. You need only to be still. Stop striving. Stop struggling. Stop trying to make things happen in your own strength. Stop fighting battles that are mine to fight. Stop defending yourself when I am your defense. Stop trying to prove yourself when I have already declared your worth. Be still. Rest. Trust. Wait. Watch and see what I do. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. When every door is closed and every option is exhausted and every path is blocked, I make a way. I am the God who opens doors that no one can shut. Not the president, not your boss, not your enemy, not your past, not your mistakes, not your limitations. When I open a door, it stays open. And I shut doors that no one can open. When I close a door, stop trying to pick the lock. Stop trying to force it. Stop trying to go around it. If I closed it, it is because there is something on the other side that you do not need, that would hurt you, that is not part of my plan for you. I am the God who provides in the wilderness. When you are in a season where there is nothing, no resources, no help, no options, no answers, I provide. I am the God who turns water into wine. I take what is ordinary and I make it extraordinary. I take what is bland and make it flavorful. I take what is disappointing and turn it into something that brings joy. I am the God who feeds thousands with a handful of loaves. I take what is not enough and I multiply it until it is more than enough. I am the God who raises the dead. What you thought was over, I can resurrect. What you thought was finished, I can revive. What you buried, I can bring back to life. I am the God who heals the incurable. The diagnosis that said terminal, I can reverse. The condition the doctor said was irreversible, I can heal. The damage they said was permanent, I can restore. I am the God who restores what was lost. The relationship you thought was over forever, I can heal. The opportunity you thought you missed, I can bring back around. The time you thought was wasted, I can redeem. I am the God who redeems. What was broken, the past that haunts you, I can redeem. The mistake that defines you, I can use for my glory. The pain that destroyed you, I can turn into a testimony that will help someone else. I am the God who makes all things new. Not some things, all things, including you, including your situation, including your family, including your future. And I am working on your behalf right now, not tomorrow, not someday, right now, in this very moment. Even though you cannot see it yet, I am working in places you do not have access to. I am having conversations on your behalf. I am moving pieces on the board. I am positioning people. I am opening and closing doors. I am softening hearts. I am healing what is broken. I am restoring what was lost. I am preparing a miracle. Right now, while you are reading these words, while you are worrying about how it is all going to work out, while you are trying to figure out your next move, I am already making my move. Trust me, your situation is not too complicated for me. I have seen more complicated. Your problem is not too big. I have handled bigger. Your enemy is not too strong. I have defeated stronger. Your past is not too broken. I have redeemed worse. Your future is not too uncertain. I hold it in my hands. Nothing about your life is too much for me to handle. I spoke galaxies into existence with a word. I hold the oceans in the palm of my hand. I tell the sun when to rise and when to set. I set the stars in the sky, and I call each one by name. I know the number of hairs on your head, and when one falls, I know. I see every tear you cry, and I collect them in a bottle. I hear every prayer you whisper, even the ones that are so broken and desperate that they are just groans and sighs because you do not even have words. I know every fear you carry, every worry that keeps you awake, every burden that crushes you, and I am telling you with all the power of heaven backing up my words, I have got this. You do not need to figure it out. That's my job. You do not need to have all the answers. I am the answer. You do not need to see the whole staircase before you take the first step. You just need to see the next step. You do not need a detailed plan for the next 5 years. You just need to know what I am asking you to do today. You just need to trust me enough to rest, to stop striving and start trusting, to stop controlling and start surrendering, to stop worrying and start worshiping, to stop carrying and start casting your cares on me because I care for you. Rest does not mean doing nothing. Rest means doing what I show you to do today without worrying about tomorrow. It means taking the next step I put in front of you without needing to see the entire path laid out from here to the destination. It means saying yes to the opportunity I open without needing a guarantee of exactly how it will turn out, without needing to see the end from the beginning, without needing to know every detail before you move. It means having the hard conversation I am asking you to have without rehearsing 17 different versions of it in your head, without scripting every possible response, without trying to control their reaction. It means setting the boundary I am prompting you to set without feeling guilty about it, without apologizing for taking care of yourself, without trying to explain or justify or defend your decision to people who will never understand it. It means walking away from what I am telling you to walk away from, even though it is scary, even though you do not know what comes next, even though leaving the familiar is terrifying, even when the familiar is toxic. It means staying where I am telling you to stay, even though you are ready to move, even though you are restless, even though you do not understand why the door is not opening yet.
It means obeying my voice today and trusting me with tomorrow. It means taking one day at a time, one step at a time, one decision at a time, and trusting that I will give you what you need when you need it. Every single day, I give you daily bread, not weekly bread, not monthly bread, not a year's supply in advance so you can stop depending on me and feel self-sufficient. Daily bread. Just enough for today. Just enough light for the next step. Just enough provision for this moment. Just enough strength for what you are facing right now. Because I want you to learn to walk with me day by day. I want you to wake up every morning and say, God, what do you have for me today? What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? Who do you want me to talk to? What do you want me to say? What battles do you want me to fight? And what battles do you want me to walk away from? And then I want you to do that thing, whatever it is, and trust me with the results. You are so busy planning 6 months from now that you are missing what I am trying to do today. You are so focused on the destination that you are rushing past the journey, missing the lessons and the growth and the encounters I have planned for you along the way. You are so consumed with what you do not have yet that you are not grateful for what I have already given you, what you already have, the blessings that are already in your life that you are taking for granted because you are so focused on what is missing. Slow down. Be present. Pay attention. I am speaking to you all the time, but you are moving too fast to hear me. I am opening doors for you, but you are too distracted to notice them. I am sending people across your path with exactly what you need, but you are too busy looking at your phone or thinking about your next meeting or replaying yesterday's problems to see them. I want to give you rest, deep, soul-level peace that passes understanding rest. But rest is not something I can force on you. You have to choose it. You have to decide that you are done carrying what I never asked you to carry. You have to make the decision that you are going to trust me even when it does not make sense, even when you do not understand, even when every logical voice in your head is telling you to take control. You have to commit to obeying my voice. Even when logic tells you to do something else, even when it looks foolish, even when other people think you're crazy, you have to release control, even though every instinct in you is screaming to hold on tighter, to grip harder, to not let go. This is a choice only you can make. No one can make it for you. And it is the most important choice you will make today. So here's what I am asking you to do. When you finish hearing these words, I want you to get quiet. Turn off the noise, close the other tabs, put down your phone, step away from the distractions. I want you to find a place where you can be alone with me for just a few minutes. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just a few minutes of quiet where it's just you and me.
And I want you to open your hands, literally, physically open your hands. Hold them out in front of you, palms up, fingers relaxed, not gripping anything. And as you do, I want you to imagine that you are holding the thing that has been stealing your sleep. That situation that has been consuming your thoughts for weeks or months. That person you have been trying to change, trying to fix, trying to control. That outcome you have been trying to force, trying to manipulate, trying to orchestrate. That fear you have been carrying, the one that sits on your chest at night and makes it hard to breathe. That burden that is crushing you, that feels like it is too heavy to carry one more day, but you do not know how to put it down. See it sitting in your open hands. Picture it, name it, acknowledge it.
And then I want you to lift your hands up toward heaven. Lift them up slowly, like you are offering something to me, because you are. You are offering me the thing you have been trying to handle on your own, the thing you have been trying to carry by yourself, the thing you have been trying to fix in your own strength. And as you lift your hands, I want you to say out loud, God, this is yours. I cannot carry it anymore. I have tried. I have done everything I know to do. I have exhausted every option. I do not know how to fix it. I do not know what to do next. I do not have the answer, but I trust you. I trust your timing, even though I do not understand it. I trust your plan, even though I cannot see it. I trust that you love me and you love the people I am worried about. I trust that you see what I cannot see. I trust that you are working even when I cannot feel it, even when there is no evidence, even when it looks like nothing is happening. I trust you, and I am choosing to rest. And then leave your hands open. Do not close them again. Do not take it back 5 minutes later. Do not grab it again as soon as you start to feel anxious. Leave it with me. Picture yourself handing it to me and me taking it from you, and then walking away with empty hands, hands that are free, hands that are available for what I want to give you, hands that are not gripping and grasping and holding on, but are open to receive. And every time your mind tries to pick it back up, and it will, every time anxiety starts to creep back in like an unwelcome visitor, every time you are tempted to start worrying again and planning and controlling and stressing, come back to this moment. Lift your hands again, open them, and remind yourself that you already gave this to me. It is not yours to carry anymore. It is mine, and I am handling it. Let me do my job while you rest. As you do this, as you release control and surrender to me, something is going to shift in the spiritual realm. You may not feel it immediately, but it is happening. Burdens are going to lift. Chains that have been wrapped around your heart are going to break. Doors that have been locked are going to open. Hearts that have been hard are going to soften. Circumstances that have been stuck are going to change. Miracles are going to be set in motion. Not because you earned them, not because you're super spiritual, not because you figured it out, not because you worried hard enough or prayed perfectly enough, but because you finally trusted me enough to rest. And that is when I move. That is when my power is released. That is when heaven invades earth on your behalf. I am the God of miracles, and I am about to show you what I can do when you stop trying to do it yourself. I am about to part your Red Sea, the thing that has been in your way, the obstacle that has blocked your path, the barrier that has felt immovable. I am about to part it, and you are going to walk through on dry ground. I am about to crumble your Jericho walls, the thing that has felt impenetrable, the fortress that your enemy has built, the wall that has kept you from your promise. I'm about to bring it down with a shout. I'm about to turn your water into wine. The thing that is ordinary and bland and disappointing, I am about to transform it into something extraordinary. I am about to multiply your loaves and fish, the little bit that you have that does not seem like enough. I am about to multiply it until there is more than enough, until there is overflow. I am about to do immeasurably more than you could ask or imagine. Not just what you asked for, more. Not just what you imagined, beyond. Because my thoughts are higher than your thoughts, and my ways are higher than your ways. But I need your hands open. I need your heart surrendered. I need your mind at rest. And I need your faith
active. Faith is not passive. Faith is not sitting back and doing nothing and hoping everything works out. Faith is not wishful thinking, fingers crossed, hoping for the best while expecting the worst. Faith is confident trust in who I am and what I have promised. Faith says, even though I cannot see how this is going to work out, I know God can see. Even though I do not understand what He is doing, I know He is working all things together for my good. Even though this does not look like what I expected, I know His ways are higher than my ways. Even though I am walking through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because He is with me. His rod and His staff, they comfort me. Faith does not deny the reality of the storm. It just refuses to let the storm have the final word. You are standing in the middle of your storm right now. The waves are real. The wind is strong. The boat is rocking. I am not telling you it's not. But I am standing on the water in front of you, reaching out my hand, saying, come, trust me, walk toward me, keep your eyes on me. Do not look at the waves, do not listen to the wind, do not calculate how impossible this is. Do not let your logic talk you out of what my voice is calling you into. Just look at me. Listen to my voice, focus on my face, and take the next step. Just one step, and then another, and watch what happens when you walk in faith instead of fear. You are not going to sink. I have got you. My hand is already reaching toward you before you even step out of the boat. I am not waiting to see if you make it before I help you. I am already positioned to catch you. I know the exact moment you are going to wobble, and I am already there. I see the wave that is about to crash, and I have already decided how I am going to use it to show you my power, to demonstrate my faithfulness, to strengthen your faith. You are not going to drown. I did not call you onto the water to let you sink. You are not going to be swept away. The current is not stronger than I am. You are not going to be overwhelmed. The storm is not bigger than me. You are going to walk on water, not because you are strong, but because I am holding you up. Not because you are capable, but because I am able. Not because you have great faith, but because you have faith in a great God. And one day, not too far from now, you are going to look back on this season and you are going to be amazed. You are going to see how every single thing that felt like it was falling apart was actually falling into place. How every piece that seemed random was actually purposeful. How every delay that felt cruel was actually protection. How every closed door that felt like rejection was actually redirection. How every person who walked away made room for the right people to walk in. How every tear you cried watered the seeds of the harvest you were about to reap. How every night you couldn't sleep was a night I was working on your behalf while you rested in my care. You are going to see my hand in every detail, and you are going to say, God, you were so faithful. Even when I couldn't see it, you were working. Even when I didn't understand, you were moving. Even when I was afraid, you were in control. Even when it looked like everything was falling apart, you were holding everything together. But you don't have to wait until it's over to have peace. You can have peace right now. You can rest right now. You can trust right now, because I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I have never failed you. I have never left you. I have never stopped working on your behalf, and I am not about to start now. You are mine. You belong to me. You are covered by my blood. You are protected by my angels. You are provided for by my Father. You are loved with an everlasting love that nothing nor no one can separate you from. Not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not your present, not your future, not any power in heaven or on earth,
not your mistakes, not your past, not your fears. Nothing can separate you from my love.
So take a deep breath, a real one, all the way in. Hold it for a moment. Now let it out slowly, all the way out. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders. Feel the knot in your stomach starting to unravel. Feel the tightness in your chest beginning to release. Feel the weight that has been sitting on you starting to lift. This is what rest feels like. This is what trust feels like. This is what peace feels like. And it is yours. Not because you have it all figured out, not because your problems are solved, not because your circumstances have changed, but because you serve a God who is bigger than all of it, a God who specializes in impossible situations, a God who makes a way when there is no way, a God who turns mourning into dancing and ashes into beauty, a God who is working all things together for your good because you love me and you are called according to my purpose. You are going to be okay, better than okay. You are going to thrive. You are going to see breakthrough. You are going to experience miracles. You are going to testify about my faithfulness. You are going to look back on this season and see my hand in every detail. You are going to help someone else who is going through what you are going through right now. You are going to have a story that brings me glory and brings hope to people who are losing faith. But the first step is rest. The first step is surrender. The first step is letting go of what you cannot control and trusting me with it. I want to tell you one more story before you go. A story about a woman who understood rest in a way that even her own sister did not. Her name was Mary, and she had a sister named Martha. I came to visit their home one day. Martha loved me. She wanted everything to be perfect for my visit. She wanted the meal to be just right. She wanted the house to be clean. She wanted to serve me well. And there is nothing wrong with any of that. Martha's heart was good. Her intentions were pure. She was showing love in the way she knew how. But she became so consumed with the doing, so focused on the serving, so stressed about making everything perfect that she completely missed the point of my visit. I did not come for the food. I did not come to inspect her house. I did not come to be served. I came to be with her, to spend time with her, to speak to her, to let her know that I saw her, I knew her, I loved her. But she was too busy in the kitchen to notice, too stressed about the details to be present for what mattered most, too focused on what she thought she should be doing to realize what I was inviting her to do. Her sister Mary made a different choice. Mary sat at my feet. She left the work undone. She let the dishes pile up. She ignored the expectations. She did not care what anyone thought. She just sat there and listened. She did not try to impress me. She did not try to earn my love. She did not try to prove her worth by how much she could do. She simply rested in my presence and received what I had to give. And when Martha complained, when she came to me frustrated and asked me to tell Mary to help her, do you know what I said? I said, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." I am saying the same thing to you today. You are worried and upset about many things, so many things. Your list is long. Your burdens are heavy. Your responsibilities are real. I am not minimizing any of that. But only one thing is needed. Only one thing. Rest in my presence. Trust in my love. Surrender control to me. That is the one thing. Everything else flows from that. Everything else falls into place when you get that one thing right. But when you neglect that one thing, when you are too busy doing to spend time being, when you are too stressed serving to sit still and receive, you miss what I am trying to give you. You miss the peace that passes understanding. You miss the joy that is not dependent on circumstances. You miss the rest that restores your soul. Mary chose the better thing, and I am inviting you to choose it too. Not because the work doesn't matter, not because your responsibilities are not important, but because you cannot do what I have called you to do if you are running on empty. You cannot serve from a place of exhaustion and depletion and call it worship. You cannot give what you do not have, and if you do not take time to sit at my feet and let me fill you, you will have nothing left to give. You will be like Martha, stressed and frustrated and resentful, wondering why no one else is helping, feeling unappreciated and unseen, missing the very thing you are working so hard to create. So sit, rest, be still. Let the dishes wait. Let the laundry pile up. Let the emails go unanswered for a few more minutes. Let the world spin without you for a moment. Because the world was spinning long before you got here, and it will keep spinning long after you're gone. You are not holding it all together. I am, and I do not need your help.
What I want is your heart. I want your attention. I want your time. I want you to know that you are loved not for what you do, but for who you are. You are my child. That is your identity. That is your worth. That is your value. And nothing you accomplish or fail to accomplish will ever change that. Let me speak to something else that might be weighing on you. The guilt you feel about things you did in the past, mistakes you made, words you said, choices you regret, things you did that you can never undo, people you hurt, opportunities you wasted, time you lost. I see you carrying that guilt like a backpack full of rocks, and it is crushing you. Every time you try to move forward, the weight of your past pulls you backward. Every time you start to experience joy, the memory of what you did steals it away. Every time you begin to hope, the voice of condemnation reminds you that you do not deserve good things because of what you have done. And I want you to hear this, really hear it. Your past is covered by my blood. Every sin, every mistake, every failure, every regret, I took it all to the cross. I paid for it. I dealt with it. It is finished. Not almost finished, not mostly finished, completely finished. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in me. None. Not a little, not sometimes, not for everyone except you. No condemnation. That means the guilt you are carrying, the shame you are dragging around, the condemnation you are living under, it is not from me. It is not my voice. It is not my heart towards you. The enemy wants you to stay stuck in your past because he knows that if you realize you are free, if you truly believe that you are forgiven, if you walk in the freedom I purchased for you, you are going to be dangerous. You are going to help other people find freedom. You are going to have a testimony that sets captives free. You are going to be a threat to his kingdom. So he keeps whispering in your ear, reminding you of what you did, telling you that you do not deserve to be happy, that you should punish yourself, that you need to keep paying for what you have done, even though I already paid the price. But I am telling you to stop listening to him. He is a liar. He has been a liar from the beginning. There is no truth in him. And when he speaks condemnation over you, he is speaking from his own character, not from mine. I do not condemn you. I forgave you completely, fully, forever. The moment you asked, I forgave. I did not make you grovel. I did not make you prove yourself. I did not put you on probation. I forgave you, and I moved on. The only one still holding it against you is you.
and maybe other people who don't understand the power of my grace, but they don't get a vote. Their opinion does not matter. Mine does. And I say you are forgiven. You are clean. You are new. You are free. Now, I need you to forgive yourself. I need you to let go of the guilt. I need you to stop punishing yourself for something I already dealt with. Every time you refuse to forgive yourself, you are saying that my sacrifice was not enough. You are saying that my blood did not fully cover your sin. You are saying that you need to add something to what I did on the cross. And that's not humility. That's pride. Humility says, I don't deserve it, but I receive it because you paid the price. Pride says, I have to earn it. I have to do something to make up for it. I have to punish myself a little longer before I can accept your forgiveness. Let it go. Forgive yourself, not because what you did was not that bad. Some of you did things that were really bad. I'm not minimizing it, but I'm telling you that I dealt with it. I absorbed the punishment. I took the wrath. I paid the debt. And now it is done. Finished. Over. You are free to walk away from it and never look back. You are free to build a new life on the foundation of my grace instead of the rubble of your past. You are free to become who I created you to be instead of staying stuck in who you used to be. There is a future for you, a good future, a hopeful future, a future that is not defined by your past, but by my promises. A future where you help other people find the freedom you found. A future where your mess becomes your message and your test becomes your testimony. A future where the enemy looks back at what he tried to use to destroy you and realizes that I turned it into the very thing that prepared you for your purpose. That's what redemption looks like. That's what I do. I take what was meant for evil and I work it out for good. Let me also address the fear you carry about the future. You are afraid of what might happen, afraid of what could go wrong, afraid that you will not have enough, afraid that you will end up alone, afraid that your health will fail, afraid that your children will walk away, afraid that everything you have built will come crashing down. Fear is robbing you of joy in the present because you are so consumed with what might happen in the future.
And I want to remind you of something I said when I walked the earth. I said, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. You are trying to live tomorrow's life with today's strength, and it does not work. I give you strength for today, grace for today, provision for today, wisdom for today. But when you try to borrow from tomorrow, when you try to prepare for problems that have not happened yet, when you try to carry burdens that I have not given you today, you are operating outside of my provision, and that is why you feel overwhelmed. That is why you feel like you do not have enough, because you are trying to carry tomorrow's load with today's strength. Stop living in the future. Come back to today. What do you actually need right now in this moment? Not next month, not next year, right now. Do you have air in your lungs? Do you have a heartbeat? Are you alive? Then you have what you need right now. And tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, I will give you what you need for tomorrow. But I am not giving it to you today because you do not need it today. Trust me enough to live one day at a time. Trust me enough to stop trying to figure out how everything is going to work out 10 years from now. Trust me enough to take the next step without needing to see the entire staircase. I know you wish you could see the whole plan. I know you want to know how this all ends. I know you want guarantees and clarity and detailed blueprints. But that is not how faith works.
Faith is taking the next step even when you cannot see what comes after. Faith is trusting that I know the way even when you do not. Faith is believing that I am good and I am working everything out for your good even when you cannot see how. And I am asking you to walk by faith, not by sight, to trust me with what you cannot see, to let go of the need to understand everything and simply hold on to the truth that I am in control. Do you remember the story of Abraham? I called him to leave his home and go to a land that I would show him. I did not tell him where he was going. I did not give him a map. I did not explain the whole plan. I just said, "Go, and I will show you." And he went, not because he understood, not because he had it all figured out, not because he could see the destination. He went because he trusted me, and because he trusted me enough to take the first step without knowing the second step. He became the father of faith. He became the example for everyone who would come after him. He showed the world what it looks like to trust God even when you do not understand. And I am asking you to be like Abraham, to take the step I am showing you today without needing to know what comes next, to obey what I am telling you right now without needing a detailed explanation of how it all works out, to trust that I know what I am doing even when you do not. And as you take that step, as you move forward in faith, you will find that the next step appears, not before, after, because I want you to depend on me every step of the way. I want you to walk with me, not ahead of me or behind me, but with me, one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. I also want to speak to those of you who feel like you have waited too long for your breakthrough. You have been praying for years. You have been believing for years. You have been trusting for years. And it feels like nothing has changed. It feels like your prayers are hitting the ceiling and bouncing back. It feels like I am not listening, or I do not care, or I have forgotten about you. And you are tired of hoping, tired of believing, tired of waiting. You are ready to give up. You are ready to stop praying. You are ready to accept that maybe this is just how it is and it's never going to change. But I need you to hold on just a little bit longer because you have no idea how close you are. You have no idea what I am about to do. You have no idea that the breakthrough you have been praying for is right around the corner. The enemy knows. That's why he is working so hard to get you to quit now. He knows that if you give up now, you will miss the harvest. He knows that if you stop believing now, you will forfeit what I have been preparing for you. He knows that if you walk away now, you will look back in 5 years and regret it for the rest of your life. Do not give him that victory. Do not quit now, not when you are this close, not when you have already invested so much, not when the answer is right there. I know you are tired. I know you feel like you do not have the strength to keep believing, but let me carry you for this last stretch. Let me be your strength when you have none left. Let me hold you up when you feel like collapsing. Let me finish what I started in you, because I am not done. I am not finished. I am not giving up on you or your situation, and I need you to not give up either.
Do you remember the story of the persistent widow? She went to a judge over and over again asking for justice, and the judge ignored her. He did not care about her situation. He did not have compassion for her. He did not want to help her. But she kept coming back, day after day, week after week, month after month. She refused to give up. She refused to take no for an answer. She refused to accept that nothing was going to change. And eventually, the judge gave her what she asked for. Not because he cared, but because she wore him down with her persistence. And I told that story to show you how you should pray. Not because I am like that judge. I am not uncaring. I am not indifferent. I am not ignoring you. But I want you to have the same level of persistence as that widow. I want you to keep coming to me, keep asking, keep believing, keep knocking, keep seeking. Do not give up. Do not quit. Do not accept defeat. Because if an unjust judge will eventually respond to persistence, how much more will I, your loving Father, respond to your faith? Your persistence is not annoying me. Your repeated prayers are not bothering me. Your continued faith is not frustrating me. It is moving me. It is touching my heart. It is demonstrating that you really believe I am who I say I am. And I am about to reward your faith. I am about to answer your prayers in ways that exceed what you asked for. I am about to show up in your situation in such a powerful way that everyone who knows your story will know that it was me, that it could not have been anyone else, that it was a miracle. So do not quit. Do not give up. Do not stop believing. The breakthrough is coming. The harvest is coming. The miracle is coming. The answer is coming. It may not come in the timing you expected. It may not look like what you imagined, but it is coming. And when it does, you are going to fall to your knees in gratitude. You are going to weep tears of joy. You are going to lift your hands in worship. You are going to testify about my faithfulness. You are going to help someone else who is about to give up. And you are going to say, I am so glad I did not quit. I am so glad I held on. I am so glad I trusted God one more day. Now, let me speak directly to what I am releasing over your life right now. I am releasing peace that does not make sense based on your circumstances. Peace that guards your heart and your mind. Peace that settles your soul even when the storm is still raging around you. I am releasing joy that is not dependent on what is happening in your life. Joy that bubbles up from deep within. Joy that makes you smile for no logical reason. Joy that reminds you that I am still good even when life is hard. I am releasing provision that is beyond what you can see right now. Doors that are about to open. Opportunities that are about to present themselves. Favor that is about to shift things in your direction. Resources that are about to appear from places you did not expect. I am releasing healing over your body, over your mind, over your emotions, over your relationships. Healing that goes deeper than what doctors can do. Healing that restores what was broken. Healing that makes you whole in ways you have not been whole for years. I am releasing breakthrough over the situations that have been stuck, the problems that have felt unmovable, the circumstances that have seemed unchangeable. Things are about to shift. Things are about to break open. Things are about to move forward, not because you figured it out, not because you made it happen, but because I am intervening. I am stepping into your situation. I am working on your behalf, and you are about to see evidence of my presence in ways you have not seen before. I am releasing restoration over what was lost, what was stolen, what was broken, what was destroyed. I am bringing back what the enemy took from you. I am restoring years that fell wasted. I am rebuilding what was torn down. I am resurrecting what looked dead. And when I am done restoring, it's going to be better than it was before. It's going to be more beautiful, more solid, more valuable, because I don't just fix things, I make them new. I am releasing freedom over your mind, freedom from anxiety, freedom from depression, freedom from fear, freedom from destructive thought patterns, freedom from lies you have believed about yourself. The chains are breaking, the strongholds are crumbling, the prison doors are opening, and you are walking out into the light, into liberty, into the freedom that I purchased for you at the cross. You are free, not someday, not eventually, now, right now, you are free. I am releasing supernatural strength over your spirit, strength to keep going when you feel like giving up, strength to stand when everything in you wants to fall, strength to fight when you feel like surrendering,
Strength to believe when doubt is screaming at you. This is not your own strength. This is my strength working in you and through you. This is the same power that raised Jesus from the dead, and it's living inside of you, activating right now, empowering you for everything you are facing.
I am releasing divine wisdom over the decisions you have to make, clarity where there has been confusion, discernment where there has been uncertainty, understanding where there have been questions. You are not going to make the wrong choice. I am guiding you. I am leading you. I am showing you which way to go. And when you take the step, you are going to know in your spirit that it is the right step. There is going to be a peace that confirms it, a knowing that settles it, and you are going to move forward with confidence because you know that I am with you. I am releasing new relationships into your life, people who will encourage you, people who will support you, people who will believe in you when you struggle to believe in yourself, people who will speak life over you, people who will pray for you, people who will walk with you through what you are facing. I am removing toxic relationships that have been draining you, and I am bringing in healthy relationships that will pour into you. You are about to experience community like you have not experienced before, connection that goes deeper than surface level, friendships that are real and genuine and life-giving. I am releasing protection over you and your family, protection from the enemy's attacks, protection from accidents and harm, protection from sickness and disease, protection from evil plans and schemes. My angels are surrounding you. My hand is covering you. My presence is shielding you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment will be condemned. This is your heritage as my child, and I am enforcing it over your life right now. I am releasing favor over you, favor with people who can open doors for you, favor in situations where the odds are against you, favor that does not make sense based on your qualifications or your experience, supernatural favor that causes people to choose you, to help you, to bless you, to promote you. Things are going to work out in your favor in ways you cannot orchestrate. Opportunities are going to come to you that you did not pursue. Blessings are going to overtake you because I am causing people to notice you, to think of you, to want to help you. So receive all of this. Do not just hear it, receive it. Open your hands, open your heart, open your spirit, and let me pour into you everything I just released over you. Let it sink deep into your soul. Let it become real to you. Let it shift your perspective. Let it change how you see yourself and your situation. Let it fill you with hope. Let it ignite faith. Let it activate expectation. Because what I just released is not theoretical. It is real. It is happening. It is yours. I want to close by reminding you of who you are to me, not who you think you should be, not who other people expect you to be, not who you used to be, who you are right now in this moment as you read these words. You are my beloved child, not my servant, not my employee, not my project, my child. And that means you have access to me at any time. You do not need an appointment. You do not need to clean yourself up first. You do not need to have your act together. You can come to me exactly as you are in whatever state you are in, with whatever is on your heart, and I will receive you with open arms. You are chosen, not because you chose me first, but because I chose you before you were born, before you took your first breath, before you made your first choice. I looked across all of time, and I saw you, and I chose you. I called you by name. I set you apart. I marked you as mine, and nothing you do or do not do will ever change that. You belong to me. You are mine, and I am fiercely protective of what is mine. You are loved,
not because you earned it, not because you deserve it, not because you did everything right. You are loved because I am love. It is my nature. It is who I am. And my love for you is not dependent on your performance. It is not conditional on your behavior. It is not something you can lose by making mistakes. My love for you is constant, unchanging, unshakable, eternal. And nothing you do will ever make me love you more, because I already love you with a perfect love. And nothing you do will ever make me love you less, because my love is not based on what you do. It is based on who I am. You are forgiven. Every sin you have committed, I have forgiven. Every mistake you have made, I have covered. Every wrong choice, every harsh word, every selfish act, every moment of rebellion. I took it all to the cross and I paid for it with my blood. And when I said, "It is finished," I meant it. There is no sin too big for my forgiveness. There is no mistake too great for my grace. There is no failure too complete for my redemption. You are forgiven completely, totally, forever. And you can walk in that forgiveness with your head held high, knowing that you are clean before me. You are valuable, not because of what you accomplish, not because of your title or your position or your achievements. You are valuable because you are made in my image. You carry my DNA. You reflect my glory. You are a masterpiece of my creation. And just like an artist values their masterpiece, not because of what it does, but because of who created it, I value you, not because of what you do, but because I made you. You are priceless to me, irreplaceable, one of a kind. There will never be another you, and the world needs what only you can bring.
You are equipped. I have given you everything you need for life and godliness. I have placed gifts inside of you, talents, abilities, strengths, passions. I have wired you in a specific way for a specific purpose. And I am not asking you to be someone you are not. I am asking you to be fully who you are, to step into the calling I have placed on your life, to use what I have given you, to trust that if I called you to it, I will equip you for it. You do not need what someone else has. You have what you need. And as you take steps of faith, as you move forward in obedience, you will discover that I provide what you need exactly when you need it. You are purposed. Your life is not random. Your existence is not an accident. You were not born by chance. I created you on purpose for a purpose. There are things only you can do, people only you can reach, conversations only you can have, moments only you can seize. And I have been preparing you your entire life for what I am about to do through you. Every experience, every hardship, every victory, every failure, it has all been working together to shape you, to mold you, to prepare you for this moment. Nothing has been wasted. Everything has been purposeful. And you are exactly where you need to be for what comes next. You are protected. My hand is over your life. My angels surround you. My presence goes with you everywhere you go, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. The enemy can scheme, he can plan, he can attack, but he cannot win, because I am your shield and your defender. I fight your battles, I guard your steps, I watch over you while you sleep, and as long as you are mine, which is forever, you are untouchable to anything that is not part of my plan for you. So you can walk through this world with confidence, knowing that nothing can touch you that has not first passed through my hands. You are empowered. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives inside of you. That means you have resurrection power flowing through your veins. You have supernatural strength available to you. You have divine wisdom accessible to you. You have miraculous power at your disposal. Not your own power, mine, working in you and through you. And that means you can do things you could not do on your own. You can endure things that would break you without me. You can overcome obstacles that would defeat you in your own strength, because it is not your strength, it is mine. And my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You are victorious. The battle has already been won. The war is already over. The victory is already secured. I defeated the enemy on the cross. I stripped him of his power. I disarmed him. I put him to public shame, and then I rose from the dead and proved that nothing, not even death, has power over me. And because you are in me, because you are united with me, that means death has no power over you either. Sin has no power over you. The enemy has no power over you. You are more than a conqueror. You are victorious, not because of what you have done, because of what I have done. And that victory is yours to walk in every single day. You are mine. That is your identity. That is your security. That is your hope. That is your confidence. You are mine. I bought you with my blood. I sealed you with my spirit. I called you by my name, and nothing and no one can take you out of my hand. Not your mistakes, not your past, not your present struggles, not your future fears, not other people's opinions, not the enemy's attacks. Nothing. You are mine forever, securely, completely, and I am never letting you go. So when you leave this place, when you close this message and go back to your life, I want you to remember who you are, not who the enemy says you are, not who fear says you are, not who shame says you are, not who failure says you are. Remember who I say you are. You are my beloved child. You are chosen. You are loved. You are forgiven. You are valuable. You are equipped. You are purposed. You are protected. You are empowered. You are victorious. You are mine. And because all of that is true, you can rest. You can let go of control. You can stop trying to manage everything. You can stop carrying burdens I never gave you. You can stop fighting battles I already won. You can stop proving yourself to people who will never understand you. You can stop trying to earn what I have already freely given you. You can just rest in my love, in my power, in my promises, in my presence, and let me be God while you be my child. That is all I have ever wanted from you. Not perfect performance, not flawless execution, not impressive achievements, just relationship, just trust, just surrender, just rest. And as you rest in me, as you trust me with what you cannot control, as you surrender to my will, as you walk with me one day at a time, you are going to see miracles. Not because you made them happen, because I did. Not because you figured it out, because you trusted me. Not because you had great faith, because you had faith in a great God.
So this is my invitation to you. Come to me, all of you, the parts you are proud of and the parts you are ashamed of, the strengths you celebrate and the weaknesses you hide, the victories you shout about and the failures you whisper about. Bring it all to me. Lay it all at my feet. Open your hands, release control, and rest. Rest in the truth that I am God and you are not. Rest in the promise that I work all things together for your good. Rest in the assurance that I am with you and I am for you. Rest in the knowledge that I have already won the victory. And rest in the love that will never let you go. You do not have to do this alone. You were never meant to. I created you for relationship with me, for partnership with me, for dependence on me. Not because I am controlling, but because I am loving. I know what you need before you ask. I see what you cannot see. I understand what you do not understand. And I am working behind the scenes in ways you will not know about until you get to heaven and I show you everything I did on your behalf. So trust me, even when you do not understand, even when it does not make sense, even when it hurts, trust me, I have got you, and I am working everything out for your good. This is my promise to you. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I will never give up on you. I will finish what I started in you. I will complete the work I began. I will bring you through to the other side. And one day, you were going to stand before me face to face, and you were going to see with perfect clarity everything that I was doing in your life.
every closed door that protected you, every unanswered prayer that redirected you, every painful season that transformed you, every loss that prepared you for greater gain, every tear that watered seeds of future harvest, every dark night that made you appreciate the dawn. You were going to see it all, and you were going to fall at my feet in worship and say, "You were faithful, you were good, you never left me, you never failed me, you were working all along." But you do not have to wait until then to say it. You can say it now by faith, even when you cannot see it, even when you do not feel it, even when circumstances seem to contradict it. You can declare right now, "You are faithful, you are good, you are with me, you are for me, you are working all things together for my good." And as you declare that, as you speak that truth over your life, faith rises, hope awakens, peace settles, and rest becomes possible. And here's what I want you to understand about this rest I am offering you. It is not laziness. It is not irresponsibility. It is not passivity. Rest is not doing nothing. Rest is doing what I show you to do today and trusting me with tomorrow. Rest is taking the next step without needing to see the entire staircase. Rest is working hard without worrying endlessly. Rest is planning wisely without trying to control every outcome. Rest is loving people deeply without trying to fix them or change them or manage their choices. Rest is being faithful in what I have given you to do while trusting me with what only I can do. There is a rhythm to the life I am calling you into, a rhythm of work and rest, of sowing and reaping, of giving and receiving, of speaking and listening, of moving forward and being still. And when you find that rhythm, when you learn to dance with me instead of fighting against me, life becomes lighter. Not because your circumstances change, but because your heart changes, your perspective shifts, your trust deepens, and you discover that the yoke I offer is easy and the burden I give is light. Not because there is nothing to carry, but because I am carrying it with you. And what felt crushing when you carried it alone becomes manageable when we carry it together. This is the miracle of partnership with me. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Even in your darkest moments, even when you felt completely abandoned, even when you couldn't sense my presence, I was there. I have always been there. I will always be there. And I am inviting you into a life where you are deeply aware of my presence every single day, where you wake up knowing I am with you, where you go through your day sensing my guidance, where you face challenges confident in my protection, where you make decisions assured of my wisdom, where you lay down at night secure in my love.
This is available to you, not someday, now. Not when you get your act together, now. Not when you figure everything out, now. Not when you become more spiritual or more disciplined or more faithful, right now. Exactly as you are, in whatever state you are in, with whatever is going on in your life. I am offering you rest, peace, joy, hope, strength, wisdom, provision, protection, love, all of it, right now. You just have to receive it. You just have to open your hands and take what I am offering. And I know what you were thinking. You were thinking, it cannot be that simple. There has to be a catch. There has to be something I need to do first, some requirement I need to meet, some standard I need to reach. But there is not. This is grace, unearned, undeserved, freely given, not because you worked for it, but because I love you, not because you earned it, but because Jesus paid for it. not because you are worthy, but because I am generous. This is what grace looks like. This is what love does. This is who I am. So stop trying to earn what I have already freely given you. Stop trying to deserve what I have freely offered. Stop trying to be good enough for something that requires nothing from you except a yes. Just say yes. Yes to my love. Yes to my grace. Yes to my help. Yes to my presence. Yes to rest. Yes to surrender. Yes to trust. Yes to me. And watch what happens when you do. Watch how things start to shift. Watch how burdens start to lift. Watch how peace starts to settle. Watch how joy starts to bubble up. Watch how hope starts to rise. Watch how miracles start to manifest, not because you made them happen, but because you finally stopped trying to make them happen and let me do what only I can do. This is my heart for you. This is what I want for your life. Not stress and anxiety and exhaustion, not fear and worry and control, not carrying burdens that crush you, not fighting battles that drain you. I want you to rest, to trust, to receive, to walk with me in a relationship that is not based on your performance, but on my love. A relationship where you know you are secure no matter what, where you know you are loved no matter what, where you know I am with you no matter what. And from that place of security, from that place of rest, you will do more than you ever did when you were striving. You will accomplish more when you are resting in me than you ever did when you were working in your own strength. Because when you rest in me, I work through you. When you surrender control, I take control. When you trust me with your life, I direct your steps. When you release your grip, I do what only I can do. And you get to watch. You get to witness. You get to testify. You get to say, look what God did. Not look what I did. Look what God did. And that brings me glory. That builds your faith. That encourages other people. That is the life I'm calling you into. A life where I get the glory and you get the rest. A life where I do the heavy lifting and you do the trusting. A life where I fight the battles and you enjoy the victory. So rest, my child. Rest in my love that will never fail you. Rest in my power that is working on your behalf. Rest in my promises that are yes and amen. Rest in my presence that goes with you everywhere. I have got you. I am holding you. I am carrying you. I am with you, and I am not letting go. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. You are mine, and I am yours, and together we are going to see miracles. Amen.